Listen, when it comes to Sonic the Hedgehog, plenty of things in the franchise are super subjective. Fans can't come to consensus on their favorite games, they can't come to consensus on their favorite gameplay styles. There's always something to be said about each Sonic game, there's always something. However, the one thing you absolutely cannot debate when it comes to Sonic is the quality of the music. It's pretty much a well-known fact at this point that the Sonic franchise has some of the best music in video game OSTs in general. Personally, if I wasn't counting franchises that have like only 1 or 2 games, I would only put like Persona up there and also Legend of Zelda and Final Fantasy up there probably. It's that good in my opinion. You know, there have been many talented musicians that have worked on the Sonic franchise during its run. From in-house Sega musicians such as Jun Sonoe and Tomoya Atani, to huge names in the music industry like Michael Jackson and most recently Kellen Quinn. But there is one name that's worked on the Sonic franchise that I don't see enough people talk about. And it's kinda crazy when you actually think about it. And that would be Mr. Convict Music himself, Akon. Now I already know people are looking at me like, what do you mean Akon worked on Sonic? Now, let me introduce you to a little game called Sonic 06. Okay, now if you're a Sonic fan, I don't really have to introduce Sonic 06 to you, but just for those that may be uninitiated, Sonic 06, you know, is the game that almost ruined the Sonic franchise, yada yada yada, yeah, we already know. Game journalists hate it, you know, people are starting to have a resurgence for it though. People are starting to like it again. You know, it confuses me. I played it on my stream and yeah, I'm learning that now. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What? That turn in slow motion was crazy. She just really hit the... Hold on. She really hit the... Follow Iblis. Cool. Also, hello Vish the Fish. Welcome to the chat. Hello Young. What? Trust me, it's not a good game. If you like Sonic 06, like genuinely, like gameplay wise, you played it as a kid and you haven't touched it since. Go ahead and play it again for me real quick. Anyways, as you most likely know, there's 3 stories that you can play through. You got the Sonic story, the Shadow story, and the Silver story. Now upon completion of the Sonic story, you get greeted with this beautiful ending song, Sweet Dreams, or Sweet 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 in Japan. Now, funnily enough, the origins for this song actually date back to 1992, when the Japanese band Dreams Come True were putting together their studio album, The Swinging Star. Now, this song was already technically featured in a Sonic game, that being Sonic 2. This occurs because the composer Masato Nakamura is the same person that composed the first 2 Sonic soundtracks. His aim was to bring the pop melodies to the Sonic franchise, and that invoked his way of creating a soundtrack. So in Sonic 2, he used the melodies from the original version of Sweet 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 that came out in 1992 and put them to make this theme. Now, skip forward to 2006 and Sega are making the big next-gen Sonic game for the Xbox 360 and PS3. They're calling in mad big names for this project. I mean, they got Zebrahead doing the main song. I think it's very interesting how they got Akon to do this. I wish there was more information. I don't think Akon's ever been asked in an interview about why he was on the Sonic game or why he did the remix for it. So I wish an interviewer would ask him one of these days, but all we know is he hopped on it and he produced the Akon remix. Now, comparing the original Sweet 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 to the Akon remix, the main changes are he kind of redoes all the instrumentation to give it a whole different, like, more smooth vibe as opposed to what they were originally going for. And he does yell ad-libs throughout the whole track, which I think is quite frankly hilarious. And honestly, makes it a bop every single time. Those Akon ad-libs are honestly wild, bro. They're wild. I honestly think it's a shame that this track doesn't have a Spotify release. Like, I would put this in my playlist so fast. It's honestly probably my top 10 vocal tracks for Sonic, which I get is probably an underrated pick. You don't hear people really talk about it, which is kind of why I wanted to make this video. I wanted to make people aware of this. You know, if you haven't heard it, because I doubt a lot of people in the modern day have played Sonic 06 and they're not going to try and play it now. Trust me, go ahead and listen to that full track. It's really worth it. Now that's all I have to say about that track, but let me know. My question for you today is, which mainstream artist would you like to hear on a Sonic soundtrack? Honestly, if I had to pick one, I would probably say Tyler, the Creator. I would love to hear him do something for the Sonic franchise. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, like, comment, and subscribe. You already know it helps the algorithm so much. And I'm just trying different types of videos on this channel right now. So I need to know what you'll like, what you don't like, what you want me to do more of. But, you know, I'm also just going to be doing what I like to do, which is talk about Sonic and Persona and probably other things. So yeah. It's been your boy Breeton, and I'll see y'all later. Peace!